In the space nombre o razón social, please indicate the name of the company. In the space NIT, please indicate the number identification of the company. In the space Oficina Principal, Dirección, indicate the address of the company. In the space Tipo de Empresa, by using the drop-down menu, let's just select the type of the company. In this case, let's say it's a private company. The next one will be the CIIU. There it's necessary to select the description of the principal economic activity that best describes the business of the company. So in this case, by using the drop-down menu, let's put artistic activities and entertainment. Then you will be required to put the CIIU code. So there you must include the code of the principal economic activity as established in the International Standard Industrial Classification of All Economic Activities (ISIC). This listing can be found in the DIAN page. So let's Google it. It might be the first option, so let's click on it. Scroll down a little bit once there, and you'll find in the right hand side Verifique Código. Click on it and then click in the first red box. A code will be displayed in the left hand side of the chart. In this case, let's use this as an example, 7499, and put it here. The next one will be sector. So please indicate the economic sector of the company by using the drop-down menu. Remember that you cannot leave any space blank in this form. At this time, we will select service. Indicate the city where the company is located at. And the next one will be department. So select not applicable here unless the company is located in Colombia, as it is in this example, in which case you will be required to include the department in which the company is located at. For this example, it will be Bogota as well. The next one will be telephone, so just put the phone number of the company and the email of the company as well. The next one will be sucursal o agencia dirección. Please indicate the address if you have an agency or a subsidiary office. If you do not have one, type not applicable. As we do not have any agencies, the city will be not applicable. Otherwise, you will be required to type the name of the city where these offices, subsidiaries, or agencies are located at. And the same happens with the department. At this time, it will be not applicable. Otherwise, we should be required to put the department where the office is located at. And put the phone number of it. If it do not apply, if there's no office or subsidiary, just put 0. The next one would be representante legal, primer apellido. Please indicate the first last name of the legal representative of the company in the same way it appears in the passport or identification number. In this case, it will be Rodriguez. Segundo apellido means the second surname of the legal representative. Remember to put all this data in the same way it appears in the passport or the identification document. The next one would be names. In this case, as an example, it is Sergio Andrés. Here you must put the first name and the surnames, if any, of the legal representative, the same way as it appears in the passport or the identification document. Then you will be required to put the type of document. Just use the drop-down menu to select the one that suits best, and then the number of this document. Fecha de expedición. Please indicate the issuance date of the ID document of the legal representative. And the next one will be the place where this document was issued. Next one would be the date of birth. So let's put the date of birth in this format, which is day, month, and year. And the next one will be the place of birth. In this case, will be, well, as an example, which means that his nationality will be Colombian, as we put in this case. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part. You will find a couple of questions there. Please indicate yes if, according to the business or employment, the legal representative manage public resources. Otherwise, select no. Indicate C if, according to the business or employment, the legal representative exert any kind of public authority. Otherwise, select no. Please indicate C if, according to the business or employment, the legal representative is subject to any kind of public recognition. Otherwise, select no. Indicate C if the legal representative have a participation greater than 5%. Otherwise, select no. Please indicate C if you have any connection with any person that have any kind of public recognition. Also, indicate in the space indicate who is this person. Otherwise, select no and put not applicable in the space indicate. Okay, let's move on to the next part. So, please complete the following chart with the shareholders that have a participation greater than the 5% with the type of ID number, name, percentage participation. If this person, according to his employment or activity, does manage public resources, so use the drop-down menu to select if it applies or if not. Remember that you cannot leave any space blank in this form. Okay, so the next one will be if, according to the business or employment, exerts any kind of public authority, select yes or no. The next one, if, according to the business or employment, are subject to any kind of public recognition, to the same, select yes or no. And finally, if the shareholder is subject to tax obligations in countries different from Colombia, you must indicate which countries are we talking about. In this case, we put Estados Unidos, which means United States. Let's move on to the financials. So, ingresos mensuales. Please indicate the monthly income of the company expressed in Colombian pesos. All these figures must be expressed in Colombian pesos. Okay? So the next one will be egresos mensuales, which means the monthly expenditures. The next one will be activos. You must indicate the amount of assets of the company expressed in Colombian pesos. The next one will be pasivos, which means liabilities. So just put the liabilities of the company there. The next one is otros ingresos. Please indicate the amount of other income the company received different from the ones mentioned above. You must put the concept where those other incomes came from. Please indicate yes if you are subject to tax obligations in countries different from Colombia. Also indicate in the following spaces the country where we're talking about, where you have to tax the NIT, which means the identification number of the company, and do the same for the other two spaces, country and identification number of the company. Then the address of the residential tax. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so do the same with the ones above. Si usted indicó ser residente fiscal o ciudadano de los Estados Unidos de América, diligencie las preguntas que se encuentran a continuación. In this case, you must put yes if the company was constituted in the United States or according to the United States legislation. Otherwise, select no. Indicate the company if the company has a phone number or not. Please indicate C if the company has address or a P.O. box in the United States. Otherwise, no. The company has granted authorization to a person with an address in the United States or has designated a correspondence address in the country. Select yes or no if applicable.